All right, guys. Today's video, I want to tell you about what I think is the reason why investors are freaking out. Stay tuned. All right, guys. Here we are, back at it again. What a day today was for the stock markets. Wow. They took another shellacking. So if you are still in the stock market and you are still playing with the stock market, you should be well aware of what happened today. The Dow dropped another 4.4% today. That's crazy, guys. That's a lot. That's significant, And I'm going to post an article down in the description below that's going to show, how it's going to affect and what they're predicting for the first quarter of this year. And the news is just going to get worse as we go on. This whole sickness thing that's going around, the world. It's guys, it's just a symptom. It's just a tripwire. You know what I mean? As to what's really going on, In September of last year, the Fed started the repo injections, propping up essentially the financial markets. And the reason why they were doing that is because we started entering a recession. So they started the repo injections and they cut the interest rate 3 times. So over the course of history, every time they cut the interest rates like that, guess what, guys? It always coincides with a recession. Always happens. This is not just coming from me. Please, feel free to do your own research, to look into it and make the best decisions for yourself. But I'm just going off of financial data, off of financial history of what has happened in the past. So as a result of that, in January of this year, I moved, myself into some safe harbors. I've put my 401k. I've talked to, my financial advisor about my 401k, and I told him, hey, look, I'm worried that, something's going to happen. So I moved most of my stuff into safe harbors. And I'm glad I did because of the fact that just a 10% loss just from last week. Wow, that's crazy. So this whole virus thing, let me get back to that. And I don't want to stoke fears or anything like that. But guys, we don't know what's going to happen with this. We really don't. We don't know where the bottom is. And the fact that it is coming from China, and China is starting, or it is on a lockdown, that's going to disrupt a lot of the economy, the world economy, because China is a behemoth as far as trade. They are an export nation. And most of the companies in this country, because of our economy, we are an import company or country. So we get most of our goods and services from a lot of other countries like China. So if they're on lockdown, right, how are we going to get those goods and services over to us? So what's going to happen? Companies are going to start reporting losses. What's that going to do? That's going to trigger more bad news. And when the stock market is getting bad news, or when Wall Street is getting bad news, the stocks, they always take the hit. Always. Because investors, why do they get in trouble? Why do they go to jail? Because they get too much information, right? The inside information. So with the information coming from China, we don't know how bad it is. So you really can't trust the information that's coming out of there. So therefore, investors have a ton of uncertainty. And in this article, it's going to kind of break it down just a little bit. And it's by Goldman Sachs. and it was their chief financial officer. And he's reporting to his clients, hey, they're expecting 0% growth for U.S. companies this year. They have changed their outcome for the year. And that is just going to make it even worse. So I think that article was posted at like 8 o'clock this morning. And I think that's what triggered the massive sell-off today. And I don't know when it's going to stop. Hopefully it stops tomorrow. But it's not looking good. So what's that going to do for gold and silver? Well, gold and silver are always, the safe harbors, right? Whenever there's times of uncertainty, investors start moving all their holdings, right? But gold and silver have been taking a hit too. So what's going to give? I don't foresee that happening too much longer. But you never know. So if you are still buying precious metals, I would continue to do so. Me personally, I'm going to continue to do so. And that's just me personally. But just be careful. Keep an eye on it. Things can change right now at the drop of a hat. So with that being said, guys, that's going to do it for today. I hope you liked the video. Please check out the article. I'm going to put it in the description below. And remember, keep grinding on your stack.